what's up guys? It's the Supreme Lego Empire here, coming at you with another amazing new video. Today's video will be a holiday edition video on the 2020 Lego City Advent Calendar spoilers. I've already opened up all 24 doors of this calendar, and now I've seen everything, closed it back up, and now I'm gonna open up the doors again and show you everything inside. So, let's hop right into it. Alright, so the first build from day one of the Advent calendar is a large boat. Large for what you can get in the Advent calendar, at least. It's probably a recreation of one of the Lego Deep Sea Divers series larger ships. One of the ones where they just came out with just a couple months ago. One of the new ones for Deep Sea Adventure series. I'll keep spinning this around so you can see what it looks like here. It's one of the more complex builds from the calendar. I like the build, but this is about it for what you're going to get out of this. There's some more advanced builds, but we'll get into those soon. So let's hop right into the second day. Alright, so on the second day of the calendar, we got our first minifig, and we have Octane from the Lego City Adventures TV series. So here he is with a wrench, and he's got a nice sweater there. Try and put this up here by the camera. It's got his teddy bear on it. That's part of the TV show. I haven't watched it in a couple months, so I can't remember the name. But anyways, here he is. He's got an interesting hairpiece. I like that. Comes with a metallic wrench. See if the sweater is printed on both sides. Yep, double print. So that's a nice piece to have around. Spinning back around here. Regular black pants. And let's move on to the third day of the calendar. So on the third day of the calendar, we got one of three of the mini building builds that's in the Advent calendar. It's a police station here. Pretty simple build. It's nice. It's got some nice printed pieces on the front, and I added one to the back. Added a couple of the extra pieces so I didn't lose them. It's a pretty nice design. I like it. The gray, you could tell, is where the mini prison cells would be, and it's a two-story police station, which is nice. So let's move on to the fourth day of Okay, so the fourth build from the calendar would be a cool miniature dump truck. Just slightly larger scale than the mini police station, and just slightly larger scale than the boat. But either way, it's a pretty cool build. It's one of my favorites from the whole calendar. I really like the build. It's simple, but it still has a lot of pieces and a lot of character. You can tell it's a dump truck because it's yellow. Got lights on the back, got wheels attached on the sides there. I like how they did this design here on the front to connect those angled cheese wedge pieces sideways using one of these sideways pieces here. Go put that right back. And overall, this is just a really nice build. I like this one. So let's move on to the fifth day of the calendar. So for day 5 of the calendar, we received Harl Hubbs, one of the other main characters of the Lego City Adventure series. This is a really cool character. It's got some interesting pieces. I really like the hair. Comes with a stick of dynamite. It's interesting because he's the handyman, so doesn't really need dynamite, but whatever. It's Lego. You can have whatever you want. It's got a cool tool belt there. Last place I've seen that is the Batman sets where he has the yellow utility belt. Now Harl has a brown one here, light brown here. Then he's got overalls, he's got a red shirt. Clearly some custom made torsos and pants here just for his character and the face and everything. So that's really cool. Like this one a lot. Let's move on to day 6. Alright, here in day 6 we've got the second mini build of the calendar here. We have what looks to be a nice Octane gas station. Not quite my favorite mini build, despite I like the design. I don't see any nice printed pieces on here, so it's just a little bland of a build. It's a little colorful. It has 4 or 5 main colors there, but it just doesn't have enough character, I feel like. So let's move on to the 7th day. 7th day of the calendar provides us with a wonderful build here of a police helicopter, what it looks like here. It's a really nice build. It's got rotors on the top that spin. I like the window on the front windshield. That looks really good. I'm a little disappointed there's no rotors on the sides, on the back here, but that would have probably been kind of hard to do and probably would have cost a lot of money to add in. Otherwise, this is just a really nice build. It's got a lot of detail, it's really useful, and you can use it for multiple things in your own LEGO city. So, let's move on to day 8. Day 8 gives us a really cool build in a Christmas tree here. Christmas tree, pretty cool, very well built. I like the inside design of this. Just really basic, but it really accomplishes the purpose of what LEGO was trying to do, making a Christmas tree with 4 sides here. So I think it's really cool. There's a star on the top, there's a full set of ornaments all the way around. The bottom piece fits right on there, nice. I'm a little disappointed with the top not being green, and you can see a little bit of gray. Anyways, let's move on to day 9. Day 9 here, not much, just some simple present builds. I like them, they're classic. LEGO seems to do this every year, put some presents in the calendar, so not quite as original as we'd hoped for a calendar that has a lot of original stuff in it, but it's still cool. Anyways, let's move on to day 10. From the 10th day, we get Freya McCloud, the fire chief from the LEGO City Adventure series. This is our 3rd minifig of 6 to come out of the calendar, coming in at the 10th day, just almost half, so that's good. I like the design of this minifigure. It's got a nice hairpiece, originally seen in the LEGO Batman movie. Turn this back around here. I like the jacket. The jacket has a lot of detail on it. It really gives a lot of perspective to just what a real fireman's jacket would look like with the red and the badge and the belt there. Looks really cool. And I like the badges with their almost metallic look, how they kind of glow in the light there, like that. I think that really is pretty cool, and this is just a nice minifigure overall. So let's move on to day 11. Day 11 gives us a wonderful build here as our 2nd road vehicle to come out of the calendar. It's a nice fire truck coming out of the calendar, and it's similar to the dump truck with the taillights there with the design. The wheels are on nearly the same design, and I really like how the ladder on the top is just a single piece held up by just a couple round 1x1 studs. So it's just a really cool build, and I like it. So let's move on to day 12. We get a really cool build on day 12 here on the calendar. We get a nice little train with 3 cars, including the main engine there. The main engine includes a small boiler tank, a small spot for the engineers to sit, and a really cool smokestack made out of 2 pieces here with a, you can hardly see it, but it's a regular 1x1 stud with an upside down little piece here. Let me get these apart. It's one of these stuck on top of one of these. Really nice, just like that. Goes right back on the train. I like how they use the roller skate wheels. They've been doing that a few years. That's a really cool design. Haven't stopped liking that since they first brought it out. And I like how it comes with a nice train car in the back, not just the train and the coal car right behind it. I think it's a really cool build, so let's move on to day 13. Day 13, we get our third and final mini building build of the calendar. We get a nice bank, which comes with some really cool printed logo bricks, and I like the design of the bank a lot, with the nice glass windows on the front, big glass windows, and the tree and the planter box there. I think it all goes together really nice. I stuck a couple extra pieces on here so I didn't lose them, but this is just a really cool build, and I like it a lot. So let's move on to day 14. Okay, for day 14 we have this really cool Lego monster truck model, which I like a lot. It's got a lot of detail, and the big wheels really bring the build out compared to some of the other vehicles with the very small looking wheels. They used actual Lego wheels here on actual Lego axles instead of just putting studs on the side of bricks. So anyways, it's pretty cool. It's got some cheese wedge lights on the top, just like on the other builds, but what makes it different is the big overhead lights there that are pretty cool. They're supposed to be almost like light strips, I guess, on the top. They're pretty cool. And then on the back you got this cool thing. It's like a cage. So that's pretty cool. There. I like how they did the bed and the hood the same height. It really makes the symmetry stand out on this build. It's pretty cool. So it's one of my favorites. So let's get to day 15. Alright, for day 15 we have this really cool police Suburban type vehicle. It's either a police Suburban or a police van, but I like to think of it as a police Suburban because it's a cooler thing. It's pretty cool. It's got the tail lights right here, just like on the other vehicles. It's taller, which is cool, and it's got a really cool lights on the top, which are pretty nice touch. Again, just like on the dump truck, it's got the sideways cheese wedge plates for the lights, and it's got a flat top roof, so it's a pretty cool build. Let's move on to day 16. Alright, day 16, we have Daisy Kaboom, another popular character from the LEGO City Adventures TV series. This minifigure has a really cool hairpiece with the custom orange on there. I like that. It's different, so that's a different piece to have. Got a pretty cool robber shirt on the front with a jacket over it. I like the robber prints usually because they're usually different and they come out with new ones. The back is pretty cool. It's got a bomb on there. I like that logo. It's pretty interesting. So, got some handcuffs. Probably shouldn't be holding them. Probably should be wearing them, but that's just the way it is. So, let's move on to day 17. Day 17, we get a pretty cool toy plane here. It's an interesting build. It's got a boomerang piece, actually, for the back of the plane with a blue cheese wedge on the top, and it's an interesting build. I like the design of it. The top is interesting with the round piece for the windshield. That's interesting. The wings on the side, I like the design of that using the spear pieces, and the propeller on the front's pretty cool using the propeller piece. So, let's move on to day 18. Okay, day 18, we have a pretty cool blue car that almost reminds me of a Tesla, or another SUV. But I really like this car because I like the very nice, sleek, low look of it. It's an interesting looking build, and I think it'll fit in well with the other vehicles. It's a pretty cool color too, the cyan really is a nice color. So let's move on to day 19. Okay, day 19, we get the fifth of our 6 minifigs from this calendar. We get Rookie Partner, which is Duke Detain's partner, rookie partner. Interesting minifigure, cool police uniform, also comes with a pineapple. I like the visor there with the, looks like a jet fighter kind of visor. I think that's a pretty cool addition to the minifigure instead of just a regular old helmet like Lego's done on advent calendars in the past. Not saying it was bad, but this beats it. So, the back is detailed too. There's another police logo on the police vest. Back around to the front. A lot of detail there. It's got a nice badge. So, cool minifigure. So, let's move on to day number 20. Day 20 is a pretty cool build. Just a semi-truck. It's pretty cool. Got the sideways cheese wedge pieces like on the other vehicles. So that's pretty cool. So let me get day 21 out here and explain the full build. Okay, now with day 21, to build the trailer for the semi-truck. This is a pretty cool build. I mean, the trailer's just a little off scale, but that's okay because it's actually a pretty interesting build. You can put the helicopter on top of it like that. Like that. There, better. And it's pretty cool. You can put other vehicles on there too. I just think the helicopter looks best on there. But anyways, this is just a really cool build. It's got a lot of detail. It's got a lot of different building types on it, like building sideways. Using the wheels on there, that's pretty cool. And just building regular, so. Anyways, let's move on to day 22. Day 22 is this simple little green boat build. It's still really cool. It's got some jets on the back, and it's got the engines into the water. And it's overall, it's pretty cool. But it's just a little more simple, which I like. So, let's move on to day 23. Day 23 is one of the more interesting builds of the calendar. It's got a reindeer and a little sleigh, which are pretty cool. I like how they use the samurai helmet piece for the reindeer's antlers. That's a pretty cool touch. And it's gold, so that's cool. Don't see a lot of the gold pieces around as much, so that's a good touch there by Lego. I like the red nose, so you know it's Rudolph. Put my finger behind it there so you can tell. Red on red is not ideal, but anyways. It's a pretty cool build, built sideways, so it's a nice build there. And you got the sleigh, just a couple pieces. Got a bunch of skates on the bottom, so that's pretty cool. A lot of good pieces in that one. So, on to the final day, 24. And finally, day 24's build is Santa, our 6th minifig from the calendar. Every year in this calendar, there's a Santa, and it's always on day 24. Very predictable, so that kind of takes away from the surprise, but it's still cool because you get a Santa every year, and now I have like 8, 9. So, anyways, it's really cool, lots of detail. This Santa has glasses because it's one of the characters from Lego City Adventures. It's got a bag there. It's got a letter in it. I knocked the tree over. Okay, there we go. Cool figure, I like this one. One of the better ones that they've made here. Got detail on the back with a candy cane, so I really like that. That's really cool. So, back to the front. Yep, looks good. So, there you go, guys. That's it. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time.